My name is Victor Naule, the Executive Director and the founder of Tunaweza Foundation. I'm a Mandela Washington Fellow 2019 from the University of Nebraska.
I'm a 2015 MWF Fellow with Dartmouth College, the Big Green.
I am a Mandela Washington Fellow for 2015. So we are the second grandparents of everybody else.
I'm a proud person with disability. For those who cannot see me, my sign name is. And so Tunaweza Foundation started way back in 2019. And the main purpose of Tunaweza Foundation, we support youth and women with disability to discover their potential, but then also nurturing that potential into a meaningful living.
I'm the founder and team leader at Smart Girls Uganda. I noticed girls were going through worse situations. They were going through being out of school because they do not have what to use during their menstruation periods. They were being married off really early. They were like, it was so sad. And I felt like this is my calling to try and change girls, so to absolutely stop the poverty point of a woman and a girl child.
I am the CEO of V Interiors, a manufacturing business for furniture. I am the team lead for Fundi Women initiative. We train women to become carpenters. In my third year of ICT, I then joined a carpentry school, a school of deaf, and I was the first girl. Then eventually, I met a British couple, and those were running a workshop. And I spoke to them, and everything they had was something I had a dream about. That's why I tell my mom, I am going to quit my job and go join carpentry. My job was paying me about 7 million, but I was not fulfilled in that job. Then when I joined the company, we then had all sorts of people working with us. Women who are working in the sanding section, and that for me is what caught my attention a lot. I focused more on trying to making sure more women come into the business, because these women were paying attention to details, but also the business, women cared for each other, and I felt that was a safe space.
Have you ever been there and you wonder what's your next step in your life, but you don't know, and you feel like you're being drowned by the circumstances that are going on in your life? You have ideas, but you're in a space where you feel like, what's next? What can I do to nurture those ideas? That was me before the Mandela Washington Fellow. And for me, the take home during the Mandela Washington Fellow was the collaboration, the networking. I remember in one of the classes we had to, identify our strengths. And guess what? One of my strengths is connection. I love connection. And for me, that is my take, and it has taken me further, 1,000 miles away. I got to know that the potentials, the networks, the help we need as young leaders are within ourselves, are within the communities we are living in.
One of the particular lessons that I really loved when I was at the fellowship was the human-centered design thinking lessons we had with Professor Rich. That one, even to date, is still changing my life. It was a very practical lesson that we went through, and also the one-on-ones I had with my peer collaborator, who is still my very dear friend, that now is my adopted, her adopted daughter. So we got so close. She connected me to a number of organizations that were in my kind of work. And then the visits we did with all the companies, going to Timberland, it was so mind-blowing to have that experience and to learn everything that I learned, learning about leadership, being a service leader, that I still implement even right now during the entire growth of my organization.
2 days we are just going through orientation and that's all. So then eventually we started going for class. 2 weeks down the road, I'm like, I want to go home. This is too much pressure. How can I finished school, I cannot be going back for class like this. And remember, there's a time difference and all that. But at the end, it was such an amazing experience. For me, I got an opportunity to be taken to all the places I wanted, to be taken to find out the shops where I can sell my things. I made those contacts, and in the end I actually got one contact that wanted one of the chairs we have here, and they wanted 250,000 chairs. And I remember that day after that meeting, I was supposed to go back to class, but I excused myself. That afternoon I told my professor, I don't feel so well, my head hurts, I need to rest. So they told me it's okay, and I had, like, because I was imagining how I have 250,000 chairs being shipped to the US.
So this is one of our classes at the Girls with Tools Training Center. These are some of my girls who are part of the electrical engineering. This is Engineer Rahma, Engineer Naira, and Engineer Zahara, who are in their second year and graduating this year. We also train all our girls and boys in computer literacy, and this is our computer room. We believe technology is now a human right, and even if you're an engineer, you have to know the basic technology within your skills. So we teach them computer repair, we teach them computer literacy, Word, documents, Excel, and have them learn how to design, everything to do with their work as engineers. The Girls with Tools, this is also our mechanics, our engineers in mechanical automotive engineering. So the girls and the boys we have here, we teach them on how to be mechanical engineers and also how to run and work on cars, but not only fuel cars. We are also introducing electrical cars and electrical bikes and fuel bikes. So we are glad to call ourselves the Girls with what? Tools. Yes.
This is an inspirational hub whereby we design it for the communities, for the local communities, that people can come over and be able to work from here. What's unique about this hub? We've divided into different kind of spaces, whereby someone like me in the wheelchair, as you can see, I can come in and sit properly in my wheelchair, and it's all designed to fit my need. What about the little people? The little people can use this. So you find like this is lower, which myself, I may not be able to use. But a little person, children, can all use this kind of a space. So they can come and have their computers here and basically work. And they are very inclusive.
When I went to the fellowship, it was mostly Smart Girls Uganda with the link of the laundry business, the jail laundry business that I had started to empower former sex workers in doing laundry and giving them work. But later, getting out of the fellowship after my Obama moment, being talked about by Obama, after I sat down, this was 2018, I sat down and revisited my knowledge I learned from the fellowship from Yali. I ended up launching our biggest, the Girls with Tools Training Center, where we train 80% girls and 20% boys in male-dominated STEM, non-traditional skills. We innovate products like our recycled solar smart bag, a bag that we use from recycled waste, add a solar panel, and then use it to help younger girls who are not yet out of school, to keep them in school during their menstruation periods and give them lighting after dark.
So, I mean, for me, the fellowship also created a family for me. I have so many friends, I have so many people that I can call on because we have amazing leaders within the fellowship. Recently, we were with Amos who's doing the Ask initiative. And he's a fellow for 2020, fellow 2020. And this is how the expansion of the fellowship has grown. So for all the fellows, that let's continue collaborating, let's continue working together, let's continue to grow this country. It is our country. It is not going to bring anybody else to grow it. It has to be us.
It's a network, it's a platform that does not just end onto just attending the Mandela Washington Fellow in the US, but then it takes you further than you can imagine.
I wish everybody a happy anniversary.
So celebrating the 10 years of MWF makes me so delighted and proud to be part of the family, because MWF has made me who I am, and I am proud to be celebrating the 10 years of Mandela Washington Fellowship.